Continuing with the email demonstration, we're going to now send email using SMTP, the Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. Now, we looked at IMAP, the Internet Mail Access Protocol. You cannot send email with IMAP. So we have to use SMTP to be able to transmit email to the server. Now, this is an example of a time when we could write our own SMTP class and do all of that work ourselves. However, we would be reinventing the wheel, because in this case, there is a class available to us called the PHP mailer. And this is almost a standard class used for sending email via SMTP. And it's available from Google. They maintain this class. So we're going to go get it by doing a simple internet search for PHP mailer. And so we want to get the latest version of that class. When you download the class, expand it and put it in a location with your other PHP classes, because this is one that you'll use a lot. One of the requirements with sending email through Google, at least, is that you have to have SSL enabled. So we need to confirm that OpenSSL is enabled in your PHP configuration. In PHP-any, ensure that the extension PHP OpenSSL is enabled. If it's not, enable it and restart your server. Using PHP mailer, we require that the class file be imported into our application. We create a new object of type PHP mailer. This gives us access to all of the functionality that's provided by the class. Now, do I need to understand how the class is written? Do I need to know the details of the implementation? Absolutely not. In this case, all we need to understand is the interface provided by the class. This is one of those times when we're going to take advantage of the work of others in the PHP community. In this case, the work of Google developers that have provided this standardized PHP SMTP mailer. So in reviewing the documentation that's provided with the class, we know that we need to set the SMTP configuration. And because we're communicating with Gmail, we must ensure that we're securing the communication with SSL. Then we define the host, the port through which we're going to communicate, and how we want to send the message. In this case, we're going to send the message in HTML format. Our username and password information is also provided to log into that server. There are very few remaining, if any, anonymous SMTP servers. This is because those anonymous SMTP servers were so abused by spammers. So now we must log into Gmail through an existing account to be able to access their SMTP server. Then we set the from line for the message. We set the subject of the message, we provide a body for the message, and we add an address to which to send the message. Then we simply call send on the object, the PHP mailer object. Unlike when we wrote our own email reader class, in this case, all of the functionality for sending an email is provided for us by this class that we downloaded for free and are using for free. So let's execute this and see what happens. Here's our email account, and we have the 3 messages that we read using our email reader class. When we execute our code, we should see a new message that we're sending to this email account. And that message subject will be Hello World SMTP and have a body that says this is the first email sent from PHP. So let's see this run. So we're going to reload our page. We're still going to get the output from the email reader section of this example. But down here on the bottom, we see that the message has been sent. So let's go look at our email account now, and we'll refresh the email account. And here we have our message sent from our PHP application through the internet to the Gmail SMTP server and delivered